this baby up. Okay, and we are on the air. Woohoo! We'll give everybody just a couple minutes to get on since we're going live right now.
Super excited.
I know it is. It's really exciting. I'm pulling up my email notes right now.
Perfect. Mine are out in front of me.
Just so we have that. We have a couple of viewers on. Hi, ladies. All right, here. And let's see here. We are up to 11 viewers already live. We know a lot of you will check out the link to come on and watch it later. And so if you have a girlfriend who is a red jacket, she can click on the link later. Only red jackets.
That's right. Don't pass it along. Don't pass it along.
That's right. That's right. Okay. Well, let's go ahead. And we are at 16 viewers right now. So as we're letting everybody get on. All righty.
Hey, maybe everybody could text your director or your national and let her know you're on so we know who's there.
That's a good idea. And I'm going to take a picture of the hangout.
I love it.
Okay, Karen, you talk so I can put your face on.
Okay, great. So I'm so excited. This is going to be the best.
It is awesome.
Perfect way to kick off May, don't you think?
It's a great way to kick off May. You know, anytime you get to be with Mary Kay friends, it's a great way to kick off May, isn't it?
Any month.
That's right. Well, we are super excited that you are on tonight. I'm National Sales Director Kim McClure, and my partner in pink crime tonight is
Future Executive Senior Sales Director Karen Ridle, and I'm so excited that we could team up together for this incredible Google Hangout.
Me too, me too, me too. Are you ready, you guys, to get energized, to get fired up, to make these next 60 days be the most amazing thing for you? You know, really, it's that making the decision of where you want to go and what you want to do. And we want to talk about winning because nobody really likes to work, but we all love to win, don't we? And you are with two of the top winning teams in all of the Mary Kay world. And we are excited to bring you along on this journey because you see, we want great things for you. We want you to experience all the fabulous things that we've been able to experience. And so what is it that you really would get excited about moving forward for in these next 60 days? Is it being on target for your car or earning your car? Well, they give us 4 months. It doesn't have to take 4 months. You know, Mary Kay said, however long they give us, it can take half that time when you are on fire. Is it being a DIQ, a director in qualification, and going to seminar for DIQ classes? Or is it being a brand new director debuting on that seminar stage? Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to debut my daughter on stage. And we want to have a whole bazillion directors that we are debuting with us on stage actually as well. Or what is it that you want to use your Mary Kay money for? Like, what could you picture telling your significant other, your man or your family, honey, look, this is what I have from my Mary Kay business for us. Or surprise, this is what I was able to do with my Mary Kay money. Like, see their face and picture all of that. Oh my gosh, what is it going to be for you?
Oh my gosh, seriously, I get chills just thinking about it. I'm so excited. You know what we really got excited about tonight was that we are at May 2nd. I mean, it is 60 days out of finishing this seminar year, and miracles are going to be happening across the Mary Kay world. Things are going to be happening, goals are going to be coming together, directors are going to be raising up, cars are going to be earned, all because consultants and directors decided to get busy, to get serious, and to get focused. And so we thought we would have some fun tonight with a hashtag Finish Strong Google Hangout to help you get focused. And so here's what our goal is for the next 25, 30 minutes. We really want to help you think about these next 60 days. And one, get a clear vision of your win. I mean, I want it to be crystal clear down to your toenails, into your heart, what it is that you're going to have as a win in 60 days. The second thing I want you to put together with that is a 60-day deadline. Nothing better than a short-term sense of urgency in Mary Kay. I love it. We can do anything for 60 days. We can run hard in the next 60 days. And then the third part of this equation is, where's your commitment to win? Like, how are you going to sit in your commitment? How are you going to live in your commitment? How are you going to feel that win before it happens? So we're going to kind of dissect those three things as we look at changing the course of everyone's business in the next 60 days. Because seriously, anything's possible by June 30th. Wouldn't you agree, Kim?
Absolutely, absolutely. And one of the things that I knew when I was a consultant was I was sick and tired of being part of the I'm a gonna club. The I'm a gonna club. I'm a gonna do that. I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be in that spot. And I got so sick and tired of hearing myself say that it propelled me from being in that red jacket on, off, which is horrible to have to take off your red jacket, and being into the real winner's circle with the big girls of being a sales director. And so, are you sick and tired of being sick and tired? Are you ready to get going with something great? Because if so, we're ready to bring it to you. And so let's talk some strategy. Let's talk about, first of all, getting the people in your home on board with you. If you're single and you live with your family, it's letting them know what's changing for you, because you may not be around as much. If you're married, you've got to let your husband know what's happening. Get your family on board. Talk about what your goal is. Not really just your goal, but really your intention. Like, what are you intending to make happen in these next 60 days? Get them on board with you. Lay out the whole calendar of everything that's happening for you and for your family. And give your family an incentive to be on board with you. What will it be? If you've got kids, could you make a thermometer with a prize that they get when mommy finishes her goal? And every time that you do something for your Mary Kay business, you're going to put like a quarter or $1 on their thermometer so that they can have that prize. How can you reward your husband for being supportive of your Mary Kay business and giving you that extra help around your house? So lay out your whole family calendar. This is a busy time of the year, for moms with school-age kids. And so we know that there's lots of extra opportunities where you're going to be in front of more people. That's how I see it. Whenever my calendar gets fuller with family commitments, it means that there's more opportunities for me to see more moms. And what do they say? So what's new, right? And you get to say, oh my gosh, our new mascara. Ah! That's what happened to me at the dentist today. Somebody I'd never been able to get in front of today. When I told her about the new mascara, she's like, tell me more. So these are great opportunities. Think about the things that are coming up. You have Mother's Day, right? We have Memorial Day weekend. So you want to shut your May goal down before Memorial Day weekend. You've got Father's Day. So plan intentional family time around some of those holidays so that you can make sure that you're getting your family's cup filled and your own personal cup filled too as well. So schedule the important things for you that you have, but don't get caught off guard like, oh my gosh, I didn't realize Memorial Day was the last weekend. Yes, it is. So you can still work Memorial Day weekend, but plan to get it done for your May goal by that Friday of when it comes, right, Karen?
Absolutely. One of the things I love to do is I'll go to Google and I'll type in May 2016, June 9th, 2016, and I'll print out just blank calendars so that I can forecast everything on there. My Mary Kay meeting night, my family things. Like, I don't want to use my actual calendar until I get it all set. So I use that calendar to forecast everything that's going to be happening, whether it's holidays, whether it's working, when am I going to do my appointments? Now, let's talk about your appointments, because once you get this big goal set, what we always say in Mary Kay is that faces take you places. So we have got to get really intentional about the faces that we're going to schedule to get us where we want to go. Now, we know that faces kind of goes together with sharing the opportunity and finding those team members. You can really get into trouble if you only focus on team building. It's got to be a marriage of faces and sharing appointments that come as a result of each other, you working both avenues. And so I want to ask you this, like right now, if you're thinking car, if you're thinking DIQ, if you're thinking of finishing your unit, whatever it is that you're thinking, how many team members do you need to have by June 30th? Let's get that number clear in your mind. What is it? Do you need 5 more? Do you need 8 more? And then think about, okay, I need 8 more by June 30th. All right, 8 more new team members. So how many faces do I have to do to find those 8 women to have the sharing appointment to sign those new team members? And Kim and I were talking about this earlier today, and she had a great piece of advice. She said, once you figure out how many faces you need, and you figure out, okay, that's 12 parties or 14 parties or 10 parties, then double that number, because we're gonna have cancellations. That's just a part of it. And we're gonna have people that sign that may not do anything. So we don't want to get caught blindsided, like, oh my gosh, how did this happen? So let's over plan the faces so that we have enough people to talk to about the business, that we can find not just the 8 people we need, but maybe the 10 or 12 to make sure we finish by June 30th with the exact number that we need, maybe even over a little bit to reach the goal. So I think it's super important that you know your numbers, that you work the numbers, and that you take into account cancellations and people that just don't do anything. I mean, we gotta know how it works, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And here's a tip for some of you. Maybe we're talking about more activity than you have ever done in your Mary Kay business before in your life. Great, because that's what's going to take you there. I always talk about the 3 levels of commitment. Number 1, I'll try. If somebody says, I'm going to try to come to your party, they're probably not coming, right? The second level is, I'm going to do my very best, because your brain is limited by what your very best has been. So it only knows how to deliver that level of activity to you. The third level of commitment is, I'm going to do whatever it takes to cross that finish line. And here's how you know whether you're working from a positive mentality or a scarcity mentality, okay? When you're working from a scarcity mentality, it's that I have to do this. And guess what? You think about it and you procrastinate and you get really tired. And you see excuses, you see obstacles. And so if you find yourself being really tired, that's a good thought to check. I need to check about what I'm thinking. I might be having some stinking thinking, and reach up to your sales director right away, because she's been there. She knows how to shift you out from there. On the other hand, when you start getting into activity mode, you start getting energized. You start getting excited. Those endorphins release, and oh my gosh, not only can you work all day and take care of your family and do probably 2 Mary Kay parties and do a sharing appointment in the evening and get by on less sleep. It's going to be like when you were a brand new beauty consultant again, or like when you were dating your husband or your guy and you were madly, passionately in love, and you could be awake for a long time during the day, get a little bit of sleep, and start out fresh all over tomorrow. You're going to have an amazing burst of energy. And so that's what I get excited about, is when this time of the year happens, I know that I'm going to get way more done in my Mary Kay business, which also means I'm going to get way more done, in my life, because I'm going to be so focused and so on task that I'm going to get things done quickly, because I don't have time to waste. I got to get done with my family stuff or my home stuff so I can get into the most fun thing, which is my Mary Kay business. And so you want to work from a place of energy, right? Versus exhaustion. So vision how much fun this is going to be. Vision seeing people's faces, that you are going to see the differences that you're going to be making in people's lives.
Absolutely. Sometimes we can get caught up in thinking Mary Kay way more than working it. And we're exhausted just because we can't stop thinking it, but we just got to go get busy. And that's what we're here to talk about tonight. And I love, Kim, that you talked about your activity may not have ever looked like this, but that's the kind of goal we want you to find. We want you to find something that just makes you stretch, because you're so stinking excited about the vision of this goal coming together, that you're willing to do the work and not just think it, but work it. Now, one thing we got to take in mind when we're strategizing is the time of year, because if you have kids in school, you know what the end of the school year looks like. I mean, there are chorus concerts and awards assemblies and everything under the sun. And if you make a lot of booking calls, you're going to hear women say things like, you know what, call me in July, or call me in late June, or call me at the end of the summer, because we're just too busy right now. And so when that happens, my good friend Lisa Ann Harmon shared this years ago, and I've never forgotten it. You got to go up or down 10 years, right? So, if you're calling women who are in their mid 30s and they've got kids in the thick of school, you know what? You might need to bop down to the 25-year-olds or bop up to the 45-year-olds, because you want to find women that maybe are not totally immersed in school age activities, because that can be frustrating. But you got to think smart. You got to be like a businesswoman and think, okay, if I keep getting this objection, I got to change my target market a little bit and look in different age ranges to find the women that either don't have children yet at all, or their children have, they're in college, or they're older and there's not as many events going on. And so I think that's super important, is to know your objections, know the potential obstacles up front, and plan around those. Now, when we're talking about getting booked up, I already know what some of you are thinking right now. Like, oh, I don't have enough names and numbers. Like, I only have, 5 or 10. And we've really, to make a big goal happen, we have got to swell your contact list. So I love doing things like going on Facebook and looking through all those people in there who I've really never seriously reached out to. I love to go back through old focus folders and figure out who I haven't talked to. But let's just talk about a super big gift that's going on in the next 2 weeks. So right now is Teacher Appreciation Week. Honestly, you could wake up tomorrow morning and you could call your kid's teacher, or call a friend that teaches in a school, and say, listen, I'd love to come by and do pampering. One of the favorite things I did just last year for Teacher Appreciation Week was I went into 2 different schools, into the teacher's lounge at lunchtime, and I did satin hands and satin lip treatments, and I entered all the teachers that came into the teacher workroom for a gift card giveaway. I sold a ton of product and I booked up like crazy. So Teacher Appreciation, huge this week. I mean, jump on it. Don't let this week get past you without taking advantage of that opportunity. Now, what else? Well, I was talking to a consultant today. Mother's Day is Sunday. So could you set up a mother appreciation event at a daycare, at a nursery school, at a MOPS program? I mean, be there when the moms come to pick up the kids, and offer a flower. Let the child hand I know Kim taught me this, let the kid hand the mom a flower from you and register in gift card giveaways. That's another great way. Even go find some restaurants this weekend. Friday and Saturday and Sunday would be excellent days to honor moms, whether it's at a high-end restaurant or even a Chick-fil-A. I've gotten tons of business from a local Chick-fil-A in the area. So find out, where can you appreciate moms? And then guess what? Next week, May 6th through the 12th is Nurses Appreciation Week. I had a doctor's appointment last week. I've already set something up with that staff to say, I wanted to appreciate your nurses. They were so great to me. So again, satin hands treatments, goodie bags, registering them for goodie bag or gift card giveaways. Seriously, there is so many opportunities right now to swell your contact list of names and numbers, if you're willing to get maybe a little uncomfortable, to get out of your comfort zone, and to get out there in front of women that you don't know yet. I get so excited just thinking about it, Kim. How about you?
I do. And Karen, you know what? You were talking about how you love that I taught you about daycares. I love how you talked about doing free makeup giveaways. And so you always want to be prepared that you are ready to go with your smile and your face being on, that you can be talking to women anywhere that you're at. This is a great time of the year. Everybody's in a good mood. It's spring. It's not too hot, and people are glad to be out of the winter and everything else. And so, just having a conversation and commenting on her eyeshadow, her makeup, how beautiful her skin is, and say, you know what, I do free makeup giveaways. I do free skincare giveaways. I'd love to enter you in. Do you like free makeup? Like, how easy is that? Do you like free makeup? Like, oh my gosh. That totally transformed one of my directors' lives, who'd never been able to talk to anybody before because she was scared to death. And Karen, you taught me those words to share with her. And oh my gosh, she had so much fun taking selfies with everybody. She's like, can I take a picture with you to show my director that who I'm entering away? And she would text them to me all the time. She was having so much fun. And she was able to book all those people as well, which was great. So women abound everywhere that you go. And then now that you've got those names, now the next thing to do is to start connecting with them. And you've been learning in the power booking system, also known as like a 21-day booking challenge, to call people and text them in the same day. And then 3 days later, do it again. And 3 days later, do it again. And I just want to share with you the story of a woman that I just recently met. I met her back March 16th. And then we went to career conference. So I didn't call her back right away. I waited. Then we were away, blah, blah, blah. Here it was mid-April when I called her, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like I feel so bad. I didn't call her like I said I would. And I called her, and she's like, and I told her that she was one of the winners from my free makeup giveaway. And she was like, oh my gosh, I am so glad that you called me. She said, my husband has MS. We've been living out of our house for the last month. We're just moving back in. And she said, you don't know how I need some pampering. You have totally made my night. So when you go to make those phone calls and shoot those text messages out, I want you to know that you are giving women a gift of time, a gift of pampering, a gift of friendship, a gift of the opportunity to have the best-selling brand in the nation. Oh my gosh, you guys, that's what you're giving when you pick up the phone. So don't let that phone stop you. Think about how much she needs you, and you could be making her night and making her family's night as well. Because you know, when mama's happy, isn't everybody happy too as well on that? And so how is your life going to be different as a result of this win? What's going to happen for you and for your family? I believe for you, what's going to happen is you're going to have increased confidence, because you know, once you step out of that comfort zone and take 20 seconds of courage, your mind never goes back to the way it was before. What else is going to happen for you? You're going to be moving up the career path as you're sharing with the business. So you're going to have better seminar classes to attend to as well. You're going to have increased business success, and that spills over into all areas of your life. You're going to be a stronger consultant. You're going to be building more customers, and you're going to know how to stretch for those future goals that are ahead of you. And it's going to make everything in your life so much more exciting. Imagine walking into your sales meeting next week and going, you guys, this is what's happening for me. Oh my gosh, you're going to be like the queen. Isn't that going to be exciting? What do you think, Karen?
Oh man, I just can't wait. And that's we got to get to this part now. We got to get to the actual challenge of tonight. You know, you've heard some strategy, you've gotten some ideas. Your mind's got to be turning now with, oh, I could do this and I could do that, and I think I know my win. Okay, I need you to know your win. I need you to know it deep into your heart. I need you to know your win. And so by tomorrow morning, I need you to determine your 60-day win. Now, my guess is you know it right now. You might feel nauseous. You might feel nervous. That means it's the right one. In fact, if you don't feel nauseous, it's probably not the right one. That's what Mary Kay Ash always said. And so I need you to find your win. I need you to commit to your win. And then I need a one-page piece of paper. Now, I'm a fan of cardstock. My unit always knows that cardstock means it's important. So pull out a piece of cardstock, pull out a piece of paper, whatever it is. And one page on the front, I want you to jot down your entire strategy. I want you to write down key dates. I want you to write down key people that you got to call. You know, one of my directors actually texted me a picture today of her one-page strategy for the month of May. That is so smart because she's carrying it with her. She's working from it. It's the starting point. Now, this is great because, you know, if you're East Coast, you're at 9:30. If you're one of the others, you know, you still got a little bit more time than we do, but you've got time to really get that one-page strategy in place before your head hits the pillow tonight. And really, that's what should happen. You should be so keyed up right now. You should be so excited. Your heart should be racing, thinking, can I do this? Is this what I should work for? What am I going to do? So get that piece of paper out. Write down your strategy. Write down your key dates. Talk about your hostess incentive, and then snap a picture of it. Text it to Kim, text it to me, text it to your sales director, but send it to us by this time tomorrow, by lunchtime tomorrow, because we want to know how to support you with your strategy. We want to be able to look at it and read it and help you figure out what is it that we can run beside you and encourage you and breathe belief into you and help you put this winning strategy together. I got to be honest, this moment right now, is going to be a game changer for a lot of you out there. It is. And if you take it seriously, if you find the win, if you put together your strategy and you take immediate action, it's going to be a game changer. And not just by June 30th, but it's going to be a game changer for next seminar year, because you're setting yourself up to go into the new seminar year on fire, crazy growth, new levels of confidence. I mean, oh my gosh, I just get so excited about this. I can't wait to see what their wins are, Kim.
I know. And you know, when you talk about goals, one of my favorite lines comes from a book called Sun Stand Still by Stephen Furtick. It's S-U-N, Stand Still. It's a powerhouse book to be reading as you're working on goals. And what I know, it's great. He's one of your favorites too, Karen. Yeah. And he says in that book, if the size of your goal isn't intimidating to you, it's likely insulting to God. So is your goal big enough? If you know, yeah, I can do that, you guys, it's not big enough. It's not going to motivate you. It's not going to get your juices flowing and get you outside doing things, because you know you can do it. And when you know you can do it, you're just going to let it roll in, and guess what? It doesn't happen. So you've got to be committed, sold out. This is what I'm doing. I'm scared. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but that's why you have your sales director and you have us to be able to be here to mentor you, right? So get committed to that goal, write it down like Karen said. In fact, when you watch this video, immediately text Karen or myself, depending on whose business you belong to. And if we are not your director, that we're like your senior or super senior director, that you text your director as well, so that we both know you were on, right? And then we want to see that paper. It is said that the first 2 hours of your day and the last hour of your day are the most powerful parts of your day. So it's perfect to set that strategy right now, so that while you're sleeping tonight, your brain will be going to work and you're going to be ready to hit the ground tomorrow morning. Now expect that when you move forward, that you're going to have little things that are going to happen, that you're going to go, oh, look, you know, my computer blew up. It blew up twice today for me, you guys. Windows 10 loaded on my system. We didn't even tell it to load on. And we were like, we just laughed. It's like, oh yeah, hey, it's going to happen. Whenever you're moving forward, there's going to be a little bit of a pushback. So when you see that pushback, see it as a go sign, right? Karen, see it as a go sign.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Now, okay, I got to tell you my secret. And Kim, I told you my secret, and you kind of have the same secret. So I got to tell you, when I set a goal, I have to see myself in it. Like, I have to envision it, feel it. Like, I just have to sit in my goal and know that it's happening. And so we're going to show you how we're doing this. Right, Kim?
Right, Karen.
Okay.
Yeah.
Woo, woo, woo.
I can't get unzipped.
I'm quicker than you. So hold on, you can't see my dress. You're seeing just my shoulders. So, okay, this is my seminar dress that I purchased 7 years ago on my first top director trip, but I purchased it in March. I purchased it way before the goal happened because I needed to see myself in that dress, to see myself on that stage, to envision myself. So this is actually a tradition now that I do every year with my mom. In March, I go buy my seminar dress to picture myself, envision myself on that seminar stage. So that year, we were working hard. There was lots of things happening, but there was still a ways to go. And oh my gosh, we went and bought this dress and I loved it. I looked at it all the time. And one day, you know how Kim was talking about the pushback and the obstacles, and I had one of those days. In fact, it was a tough day. And you know what I did? I was sitting at my desk, I went upstairs, I put on my dress, my seminar dress, this dress, and I went back to my desk, and I started making calls sitting in my dress because I had to sit in my dream. I had to feel it. I had to see myself. And I'm gonna tell you what, that day was a turner for me. It was a pivot moment where I said, I am getting this done because I am gonna wear this dress on that stage as a Circle of Excellence director, first time. And you know, I brought this picture out because this is a picture of me sitting on that stage with Candy Jackson, who was a top director at that time. And guess what? Our goal was to be in the top 10 that year. And this picture catches me with my mouth hanging open because we were the number 4 unit. Our goal was just to be top 10. I was open for number 9 or 10, but because I sat in my dream every day, I felt it, I envisioned it, I didn't give up on it, and I kept going. Wow, it happened. Oh my gosh, I'll never forget that. Kim, tell me your story.
Oh my gosh, Karen, I'm just like got chill bumps thinking, what if you had stopped? What if you had
Right.
not? Like, how many people's lives would not have been impacted that year? And oh, I'm so glad that you didn't stop, because I love being on that trip with you as well. Well, my seminar gown story, this gown here, is from the country of the Czech Republic, from Croatia. I actually bought this dress on the top director trip from a designer in Croatia, and we saw it in the window, and I stopped and tried it on, and I bought it. And so, just like Karen talked about vision, I always would vision what my seminar gown would be like as I would be crossing the stage. One year in the dentist's office, I had to have like a root canal, and I envisioned being in this fabulous green dress. It was my happy place that I went to. I don't even remember the root canal, just the green dress and being on stage in the green dress. So all year, I thought about this white dress. In fact, it hung, so I would see it all the time as we were working that year. Well, on June 10th of that year, I walked into my kitchen and I slipped on the kitchen floor and I broke my foot. I broke it. It wasn't just my left foot, though. It was my right foot, my driving foot. We were working on not only $1 million year, but we were working on being number 1 that year as well. And so I'm like, great, what am I going to do now? You know, when God closes a door, there's always a window that opens. So when your plan A is not coming together, you look at plan B and plan C, and sometimes you need D and E. And so I thought, okay, I'm going to hire somebody to drive me to my appointments. I'm going to hire somebody to carry my bags in, because I was not allowed to weight bear. I was on crutches as well. I'm going to just hire my people. And so I just put out the feelers. I had people going, I'll help you. I'll drive. I'll do this. I just want to come and shadow you and watch what you do. You don't even have to pay me. I mean, I was so blessed by that. And so I went to seminar. I had a big black boot on. We bedazzled it, of course, don't you know? I can remember coming down the stairs with having my escort. And don't you know that when they lined us all up and they did the countdown, not only we were in the top 10, not only were we in the top 3, but when it came down to the number 1 unit, we were number 1. And this is my queen crown. And this is my throne that they pin all of your jewelry on when you are the queen. What if I would have given up? Might not even be a national sales director sitting here before you today, because of the people that I met in that push, who then went on to become sales directors and part of our national sales director finish. So you guys, no matter what happens, promise us right now, like I promise you, Kim and Karen, that I will not give up. I'm going to go over. I'm going to go around. I'm going to go through. I'm going to find a way, make a way. No matter what obstacle pops up, I am going to conquer it, because you see, I am victorious. I am not a victim. I am victorious. I am a daughter of the King. You can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. Take him as your business partner. That's how Mary Kay founded our company. God first, family second, career third. And we're going to see you crossing the finish line with your dream by June 30th.
Oh my gosh, I can't wait. So maybe you should go out and buy the shoes you're going to wear with your new director suit, or maybe it's the shoes you'll wear with your black skirt and your red jacket because you're a new car achiever, you know, or what is it? What about the jewelry that you're going to wear? Is it your seminar dress? Like, what is it that you can go and pick out so that you see yourself there? You know, I think about, what if I had given up? I'd be a different person today. I wouldn't know the people I know today. I wouldn't know Kim McClure, because I met her actually on that trip in Rome. I came to your fabulous suite, you know, and so what would I have missed if I hadn't stretched, you know? And are there times that you feel overwhelmed, and can I do this? Absolutely. And so everyone feels that way, but it's up to you. to choose the thoughts that you're putting in your mind, to choose the words that are coming out of your mouth. No doubt, no unbelief. Just go out there and claim the victory, and then do the work that matches the size of the goal. I think that's the biggest frustration I see for people, is that a goal is way up here, but the work level's down here. So let's bring that work level up. Let's bring your belief level up. Let's bring your communication with your mentor up to a highest level and say, let's go get this done. You know, my senior director always makes fun of people that say, I'm fixing to get ready to get started to go and make this happen maybe. You know, stop fixing to get ready. You guys know what to do. You're well trained. You've got great trainers. You've got a great product line. You've got an amazing company, and you've got dreams that God has placed in your heart. And I'm here to tell you, the dream that you're thinking of right now, the goal in the next 60 days is not a selfish goal. It's not one that you put there. It's one that God put inside of you to touch other lives and to stretch you to be the leader that He wants you to be. So take Him up on this dream, and let's go run out 60 days of crazy fun activity, meeting new women, changing lives, and becoming the leader that God intended you to be. I am so excited, Kim.
Oh, me too. And I have to finish with one story that I heard at the Mother-Daughter Legacy Weekend. All the national sales directors get to take their daughters who are directors. And Fiona Corby, who's a $1 million director from Canada, told us a story of when she was working on the trip. And the trip was really far away. And her husband said to her as they were coming into the final couple months, Fiona, maybe I should cancel my vacation because I don't think you're going to earn the trip this year. And she was so it was like a wake-up call. And she was determined that she was going to do that trip. And so she went and recruited 41 people in 5 months' time. 41 people, because she was committed to helping women start businesses, successful businesses, and she knew that in turn that would take her unit to the trip. Now, if she could do 41 people in less than 5 months' time, it's still possible for those of you on this call. You have at least 3 people on your team. You could even earn your first Diamond Bumblebee and cross the seminar stage for you in your gown by sharing with 21 more people, having them join your team by the end of June. You guys, really nothing is too big of a dream for you to be able to achieve. I know that when you cross that finish line, that you're going to be giving God all the praise and all the honor and all the glory. You are His masterpiece. He created you for great things long ago. He knew that right now, tonight, you would be listening to this Google Hangout with Karen and I talking about the future. And He is your Heavenly Father. And He, just like you want to give great things to your kids, He wants to give great things to you as well. But you've got to do the work so that He can bless it. So Karen, I think we're all through on my end. What do you think, girl? Are we ready to say, let's get it done?
Yep. Let's just go get this done and go celebrate on June 30th. I can't wait.
I can't wait either. Have a great finish, everybody. And don't forget, text us you were on the call, and then send us your goal, your intention, your goal with your work plan of what you're going to do. Do it by tomorrow at noon. We can't wait to get it, you guys. We love you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.